Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having a nice new year wherever you are. And can you believe that it is 2025? I know for me, I can't believe that we're already halfway through this decade, honestly. So in this video, I'm going to share all of the things that I created in 2024. And I created quite a few things. I don't know if I created as much as I did the year before, but I really am excited to revisit everything that I did create. And I'm going to rank everything on 5 different levels. Slay, super cute, it's functional, it's wearable, and meh. And you can find all of the patterns that I used either in the description box below, or I'll also link my blog, which will have all of the different patterns that I used if I can remember them, or if they're a pattern that's by me, I'll either link the video or to the pattern on my website. All right, well, let's get to trying everything on. All right, so first are these scrap scrunchies. These are really fun to make with yarn scraps, and I made a bunch of these and added some to the shop, and also, of course, decided to keep one for myself, which I'm wearing. Many of you voted that you'd like to see a scrap scrunchie DIY kit, so definitely be on the lookout for that if you want to create your own really soon. I'll also be hosting a giveaway as well for one, and I still have a couple of them in the online shop. And since this one is so fun, I added it to the super cute category. Next is this really fun jersey purse. I shared a video tutorial for this one about a month ago, and it's so fun and easy to make, and I had a bit of leftover jersey yarn, so I added some to the front to give it a bit of flair, a bit of texture. It's also really great to wear and give a pop of color to any ensemble, and I definitely want to make some in different colors now, so for this one I'm going to add it as well to the super cute category. Alright, for this next one, it is a granny square bag made with this flower motif. It worked up pretty quickly because I just made 8 squares from scrap yarns, and this pattern was from Yarn Inspirations. I always love a good scrap busting project, and playing with different color combinations is always really fun to do with projects like this. And this one is also currently in the online shop, and I'm going to add this one to the It's Super Cute category. Now, I made this Triple Moon Goddess bag and couldn't find where I put it in time for filming this one. And it's basically a mini tote and perfect for holding smaller items like a journal or a water bottle. And I made it using the tapestry crochet method for the panels and the Tunisian stitch for the straps, which makes it really sturdy. This one is a pattern on my blog and also in my online shop. And in the future, I'd love to give it some pockets and line the inside, which would definitely make it a sleigh. But for this one, I'm going to add it to the super cute category. Next are these velvet beanies. I grabbed this velvet Bernat yarn a while ago for other projects, and although these beanies are so soft and easy to make, working with velvet yarn I realized just isn't my favorite thing to do, or at least with making these it wasn't. I think I'd love it for another project. I'm thinking maybe some new lounge pants would be fun, but how these beanies specifically turned out, it wasn't my favorite for me to wear, but I did want to experiment with this project, and I'll have to figure out another way of utilizing that Bernat yarn. These are definitely lovely hats and someone would love them for sure, so I'm going to donate them, and I'm going to add this one to the It's Wearable category. The scrappy beanie is so fun. I love the fit and did a bit of shaping at the top so it tapers really nicely, and I used so many scrap yarns up for this one. I'll have to make some more for the shop really soon because I have so many scraps that I need to do something with. This beanie is also really thick, and I actually needed a beanie for winter, so I decided to keep this one. The colors go really well with my winter clothes, and there's nothing like adding a colorful hat to spice up a dark wintry ensemble. So I'm going to add this one to the super cute category. Next is this bucket hat from the bucket hat pattern that I made for the website. These are so fun and quick to make, and you just use 5 squares and add a bit of shaping, then make the brim. This one is made of cotton, so it's perfect for summer, and I'm adding this one to the shop as I already have made so many of these, and I'm going to add this one to the super cute category. Next is this square mini scarf. This one was really easy to make, and I had a bunch of random scraps lying around that I made it with at the beginning of 2024. After making it, I really didn't like it but recently I discovered this aesthetic called whimsicraft, and I felt like the colors of this scarf really reflect that aesthetic, so I might lean into it a bit more to finish up this scarf, maybe give it a bit of a border and block it properly. Let me know what you think. But for this one, I'll add it to the meh category, but after I rework it, I think it'll definitely rank a lot higher for me. Now I have to show you this really fun cowboy hat, which I shared the video and my journey of creating it for my sister's bachelorette party in DC last year. The video for making this hat got more thumbs down than I anticipated, so I guess it attracted the wrong crowd, but I still love it. And I made it with neon colors because it was for a party, but I was thinking of making a few more of these in all different kinds of colors and styles. I wanted to add some straps to the sides, but it's nearly perfect for me. So I'm gonna rate this one a slay because it's not exactly perfect, but it is a statement hat. And I'm from Texas and grew up with a lot of Mexican culture, and the colors are giving me a piñata vibe. So it's one of my favorite makes to date. Next is this It Girl Bolero. I made this in 2 different colorways to test out the pattern I created, and it has 3 different motifs. It has the mesh stitch, double crochet stitch, and the double treble stitch, so it's really quick to make and can be made with scrap yarns. I love making these and have made so many of them over the last few years, and I especially love the color combinations and textures of yarn I used in these, so I'm gonna rate them super cute. Here are these mesh tops. I created 3 of them in total, and they're all made in cotton yarn and perfect for layering over a bathing suit, by the pool, or at the beach, and they have a really nice loose feel. I added them to the shop at first, but then I decided to keep them because I don't have many summery tops, and I do want to make this motif as a dress very soon as well. So I'm gonna add these to the It's Functional category. Next is this piñata top that I made with scrap yarns from the cowboy hat. This one is so fun, and the pattern is from Yarn Inspirations, but I sort of took the concept and turned it into my own with using scrap yarns. I also added one in the size medium to the online shop as well because I had so much fun with making it. And I'm also thinking of making one in the similar style as a dress as well because I do wear this top all the time. So I'm gonna add it to the slay category because it's definitely one of my favorite pieces that I've made. Next is this off the shoulder top. This one was made with a pattern here on YouTube. I'll link the designer and creator Yajiya below. And this one was fun to make and was the last piece I made last year. I still need to sew some of the ends in and block it, but I'm making it for my capsule wardrobe and it ended up being much thicker than I thought. I loved the tweed yarn that I made it in, and it does use the yarn over slip stitch to make the whole sweater, so it took so long to make, and it's definitely a commitment if you decide to make it. I think I will love it even more once it's blocked, so I'm gonna put this one in the super cute category. Here is a granny square dress. I got a whole bunch of all-in-one granny square yarn by Red Heart and found it a lot easier to use than I thought I would from seeing other people's videos. So I used about 6 skeins to create this dress, and I've worn it out a few times. It's definitely a statement piece and really warm and cozy. It feels like you're wearing a blanket, so it's nearly perfect, and for that I'm gonna add it to the slay category. Next is this thrift flip I made with basic jeans that I added a crochet edge to and flower patches. The yarn is from Darn Good Yarn, and this is so cozy to wear. These jeans fit me perfectly, but were kind of boring, so I decided to do this. But if you have jeans that are even a little too small, you could add this to them and give them a little bit of pizzazz while also making them a bit bigger, and this is a really great way to just upcycle your jeans. I have a full tutorial on this channel for how I made them, which you can check out, and every time I wear these, I get so many compliments, so I'm definitely gonna add this one to the slay category. Now I have to share this dragonfly sleeve jacket. This one was a jean jacket flip I did with a basic jacket. So basically, if something is too basic, I love adding my own customized element to it, which is one of the most fun things about crocheting in my opinion. This one is created with a gorgeous silk yarn by Darn Good Yarn and is perfect and light for spring and summer, so I'm going to rate it super cute. This mesh sweater is so fun. I named it the Foxy Lady Sweater because it's sort of inspired by the 70s and the 90s. I've gotten a few requests, so I'll definitely be creating a pattern for it really soon. So definitely look out for that if you're interested. This sweater was so fun to make. I really love the color and the fit, and I also added buttons to it, which makes it look really nice and polished and store-bought. So I'm gonna rate this one a slay. I don't know how I almost forgot this spiderweb sweater. It was really fun to make, and it's a great layering piece. I have a YouTube video tutorial on here and a pattern on my blog and on the website if you want to check it out. It's really easy to make as well, and it looks so dramatic, which I love, and it's perfect for Halloween and beyond. So I'm going to rate this one a slay as well. I also wanted to include this piece. I used the all-in-one flower power yarn to create the squares and decided to try and make it a top, which, as you can see, the vision I had for it failed. It's not wearable right now, but I'll definitely have to rework it and see how to make it into what I was envisioning for it. So I'm going to rate this one a meh. This cardigan is really fun. I always get a lot of compliments when wearing it, and I love the bold red color. It's perfect for fall and winter with the holidays. It makes the perfect Christmas sweater in this color, and it kind of looks like a poinsettia here. You can also make it in different colors, of course, to give it a different vibe. And when designing this pattern, I also made it in burgundy, which is really fun, and also in black. I really love the dramatic sleeves as well for this one, so I'm rating this one a slay. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to rank my pieces too, make sure to check out the link in the description box below. I'd love to see what you think. I always get so many ideas from you all. Well, thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me in the next one.